Several weeks ago, I used ChatGPT to create an image of this YouTube studio, and now here I am sitting in it. So can AI predict the future? Well, no, but it did teach me something incredibly important about goal setting that I think we can all learn from. And the reason most people fail to reach their goals isn't timing or discipline or a lack of effort or a strategy that they don't have. It's belief. And AI gave me a way to change the belief I have about myself, which made reaching my goals that much more likely. So this channel is about achieving goals, not just setting them. And anytime that happens for me, I want to unpack, why did this goal work? What did I do that made me achieve this goal? And as I look at this, I think about how most of us, when we set a goal, we create this future desired state. And when we do that, we create a gap between where we are and where we want to be. And the bigger the goal, the bigger the gap. And in that gap is where fear and doubt and anxiety live. And again, the bigger the goal, the more fear and doubt that we have to wrestle with. And we think that the bridge between these 2 points lies in the best strategy. And we get obsessed with asking the question of, how do I accomplish this goal? What's the plan or the process or the strategy I can use that's going to help me get there? But it's just not the best question that you can ask, because how will only take you so far. And you need to ask how, and you need to have a good plan. But the problem is, there is no guaranteed path to success. Your plan is going to change. And most of us rely too heavily on one strategy to get us there. And then when it doesn't deliver the results as fast as we want it to, or in the way that we want it to, we abandon it. But we don't abandon it because the plan didn't work. We abandon it because we lost belief in the goal. We lost belief in ourselves that we could actually achieve that goal. We let fear and doubt win. And I love what Eleanor Roosevelt says, that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So we need to do a better job of convincing ourselves that the future that we want is already ours, that it's possible for us. Because as long as we believe that it's possible, we'll keep pursuing the goal. In fact, we only pursue the goal as long as we believe that it's possible for us. The second that we stop believing is the second that we stop taking risk, we stop showing up, we get inconsistent, we don't show up with the energy, the enthusiasm, and the curiosity necessary to actually move the goal forward. So how can AI help us with this? Well, the AI hack or tool that I've been using is getting really crystal clear on the final image, on what's the moment that I would know that I achieved this goal. So I love journaling on this, and I ask myself that very question. How would I know that I accomplished this goal? What would it look like? What would it feel like in my body? Who am I with? What does my face look like? What am I wearing? Again, get really clear, get visceral with the actual moment that you know you've achieved the goal, and journal on it. And then I use ChatGPT or whatever your favorite AI tool is to create an image of that exact moment so I can see it as if it were already real. Now, the reason I think this works, and it's different than just vision boarding where you're posting a picture up on the wall of a mansion or a sports car or whatever it is you want. The reason this works is because our brains have a really hard time differentiating between a real experience and an imagined experience, especially when it's vividly imagined. And by having this picture of me in the moment, it becomes that much more real. My brain sees the evidence of the future I'm trying to create as having already happened. So it's that much easier for me to believe in the possibility of that future. A lot of us, when we set out to try to reach a goal, we're thinking, I'm going to try to do this, or I want to do this, but we're fighting our identity, and it doesn't support the person that we're becoming. But when we have the evidence that that future is already ours, it makes it that much more likely that we show up with confidence and certainty, and again, we take the risk necessary to actually accomplish that goal. So how can you use this? Well, you could go to ChatGPT and have it create some images of your goals. In fact, I'll put some of mine here in this video, but I think the better question is to stop asking, how do I accomplish this goal? And to start asking, what's the future I would move towards if I truly believed that it was possible for me? What's the dream I would dare to dream if I knew I couldn't fail? Because when you can see it, you'll believe it. And when you believe it, you can achieve it. And yeah, that's a little bit cheesy, but the reality is we need to do a better job of convincing ourselves that the future that we want is already ours, that it's truly possible for us. Because remember, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So do you believe in yours, or have you let fear and doubt win? Thanks for watching. Again, this channel is about achieving goals. So pretty excited about this YouTube channel, or this YouTube studio. It's not finished yet, but it's really cool to see it come to life. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.